Hmm. Well, he has a lot to work for in his good doing, so...
Well, I'll give it some thought. After all, I did have to spend 12 days rebuilding myself. Maybe nothing will come of it. We'll see. The prince rotates to look over at Aurelia, who is staring at him with her, like, powerful, radiant eyes. Don't you even think about trying to redeem me. I see that look on your face.
It seems that you have taken the first step, however.
Oh, I don't... I tell you what, if it helps you feel better, sure. Yes, I've turned a new leaf. Down with the Lich King. Hail the Dragon Empire.
That he says that, I mean, that's already a thing.
Geráck just puts 2 fingers to his temple and
I'll look to Geráck and say, did you ever think you would hear those words coming from a member of the Undying Peerage?
I would never think anyone would believe him saying it.
Prince does a little melodramatic flourish. Right. Leon, I will, well, I'll send Aurelia your regards. I have to go back home. It seems that someone broke it.
Now we do with a little flourish.
Victor, come. I'll have you fly there on your own. Victor speeds towards the Lich Prince. We'll keep in touch,
Sure.
The prince's eyes head from Aranas to Aurelia to Geráck. And, that's impossible. There is no way the smile can widen when he doesn't even have any lips.
He opens his mouth slightly.
Yes. It was really good meeting you in person, Geráck.
I would say the same, but that would be a lie.
See you soon. And with the suddenness in which he arrived, Prince Zarza and Victor are gone. Oh, this is some great shock. Haven't really even...
this morning.
How did you even catch this? No.
I walked on the bottom and smashed him with my hammer.
Oh, of course you did. Oh, you're just as insane as always. I love it.
Indeed, brother.
Leon very visibly relaxes. Tempus folds back up into a cube.
Aranas will look to Leon. So it seems that you will be staying with us for a time.
Yes. Great. He sighs and settles back down.
I do have one concern. Some people at least, will recognize him, and that will draw a lot of attention.
It says that we have redeemed the once servant of the Lich Prince. I believe that will garner a lot of good.
We haven't, though, in the eyes of many.
Yes, in the eyes of many, perhaps. Next to the end. But having someone who once served the Lich King now fighting against him, I would say that that is a step in the right direction.
I would not go advertising that self too much. I can always wrap myself in enough clothes that no one could recognize me.
Well, something at least.
And I only do this out of a desire to avenge Dwohiram, not for any of you.
Just perhaps the Lich Prince believes that you deserve a chance to be who you were. Maybe you were happier then. Maybe his fear comes from the fact that he have considered that.
I doubt that very much. I don't think he cares.
Say you can doubt that.
He said himself he doesn't really care about anything. He's a creature of logic. And,
He said that, yes.
yes. And that I believed.
I think that is one of the only things he said that I did not believe.
You actually believe that he's on the path of redemption? That
He says he's a step further than he was before, is he not?
Aurelia nods sagely.
only because he wants to further his own ambitions.
The reason doesn't matter.
I think it
I
does.
believe if you do good, then you do good. Some people feel better about themselves if they do not feel that they do good for the sake of doing good.
I don't think he
Some
feels at all.
beings might need to think that they are doing things for themselves. That is their own. It is their actions, not their thoughts, I would punish them for.
He's just trying to save his own bone.
All the same. A man who saves a drowning child has saved a child. Even if he did it, you get rewarded.
That is true, but I feel this is slightly different. Once this is over, he will go right back to being his same old self.
Well, I mean, he can be that just so long as, already rescued me from that witch.
That he did. And,
Quite frankly, I don't care. He gave me the opportunity to see someone I thought was dead, and hear the best news I have heard in 7 years.
we must go see our sister as soon as possible, but there are some other matters we must deal with first, unfortunately.
Like all this food! Can't let it go to waste. You crawled across the sea floor to get it. Yeah, totally learned that as a member of the Frost Ridge.
I have done far more strenuous things, but I suppose you're right.
It's like, you've gotten fat. You should climb some mountain. I was like, yeah, right. That's what's gonna be tough. Wrestling grinder worms and fighting dragons and aerial battles and stopping demonic vengeance of the dwarven lands. You know. I guess this guy's been out of the loop for a while now. He's like, you're like a top adventurer tier guy now, aren't you?
I mean, we're going to go speak to the High Druid, but sure, you can think that.
You know.
It's probably just some exaggeration until like, whoa.
Well,
Of course, I suppose he's only half elf.
So.
Right. The session, you may not be surprised to figure out, we'll have a natural termination point here.
Yeah.
You folks do have your full heal up. You also, I know this was joked about by some players last week, but this will be true. You will receive 2 incremental advances.
Oh my.
All right.
Ooh.
I can't really pick anything else, but sure.
Let's see here.
2 incremental advances. Geráck's dice have been expended, and I took care of dice from before this session. However, I couldn't really figure out a way in what happened to plug in Aranas's positive Great Goldworm 5 and Aurelia's Archmage 5. That being said, you folks are allowed to roll your icon relationship dice again. This session was themed to focus on Geráck with his 3 6s.
Yep.
And he rolled. Let me tell you that there were some things about this situation that were not true until they were made true by the icon dice.
I like the way things turned out. Oh well.
Let's see.
There we go.
There's double Elf Queen and Worm.
You may also wish to decide courses of action. Fill in dark whenever you get a chance. I just presume something may have happened with his family or someone's. I don't know. And then Gryph, of course, as you might want to know.
Yeah. So, what exactly do we plan on doing?
Yes, that may be a fair question for where you would like to go next. The crows would tell you once they've calmed down, you're perhaps another day or 2 away from the wild wood. This extra day of rest has gotten them fairly comfortable again, and they could probably push themselves. They're eager to get back home.
Yeah.
A day they turn towards Geráck, or 2.
Yes. Probably 2.
If birds could frown.
The dark elf who's traveled with you, she hasn't said a single word, but to Aranas, whenever he looks at her, she's completely losing her shit.
Yeah.
Her eyes are wide, what the fuck?
They just talk to...
We're the good guys, I promise.
There's an intellect assassin? Fucking get the queen's boy.
He'll,
I mean,
look at her with eyes that say, yeah, they're not gonna believe you. Even if you tell the truth.
But word would probably spread before us, and they might, recognize our party heading in there, and then they will know Leon is with us.
He will want, though, when to, talk to her about, when she goes home, she would bring the bones of the sorcerer wizard.
She can do that, certainly.
Because,
Although she would ask whether you're going to go yourself.
We might, actually, but, because there was that intellect assassin, wasn't there?
Yeah. I was thinking we'll go back to the High Druid first.
I mean, yeah.
Then maybe go to the Queenswood right after that, or...
Santa Cora to deliver, remains and...
Yeah.
Seems
Leon.
like Santa Cora would take less time, since we're only going there to really, deliver the remains. Maybe also have Leon, visit his old church, just as a moment of contemplation. We can go there, we're just sightseeing, you have to come with us, though,
Yeah. Geráck would like to go to Horizon to reunite his brother with his sister, but...
that is something that perhaps you can try asking of Superior Teraptus.
Yeah.
If you could, bring them.
Give
Probably
him
gonna have
an excuse to leave the Whitewood.
You're going to love teleportation. Yeah, I already experienced it once. Not really my thing. You're gonna do it again. Wait, what?
Oh, shit.
Why?
Geráck will tell him some of his experiences the first time teleporting.
I guess it's better than being imprisoned and tortured.
And don't open your eyes or you'll go insane.
With my 5s, I think we should definitely go to the Elf Queen's Wood. Just to enjoy the split opinions, I suppose.
Oh, you're going to be able to bask in that when you get back to the Wild Wood.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Assuming that's where you guys head.
Yeah. My word, though, is that this...
Now we go to the Queen. We have the Overstorms. Oh.
But this drow will travel before us and sort of spread the word of what has happened.
I don't
and
think
then
that
they
drow will be as fast as we will, honestly. And maybe
maybe
we'll
not.
even take the drow with us, if we're going there anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe we can even have birds like these to go on, so we don't have to have a ship, because fuck those things, honestly.
But I imagine she won't really approve of us bringing Leon there. And
Really?
I think... No, I don't think so.
The High Druid?
No, the fucking drow.
Gotta level with you. She doesn't really care.
Yeah, the drow doesn't really have much of a say here. Okay, I'm royalty. Drow can fucking sit down, shut
Yeah,
up.
sure, but Leon sort of killed all of her friends.
Were they?
Were they? Like,
It's a drow. They don't really. It's like cruelty is like their racial thing.
She's not dead.
No, but all her friends are.
They might not have gone on the suicide mission. Who can say, right? She doesn't know who all's dead. She has to go back and check. Hell, she might even get back home before the survivors running away from the castle do.
And they probably were survivors because they probably didn't all like, we will stand and fight to the death. When all the zombies and undead began streaming to the middle of the tower, they were like, we probably don't want to go in there. Let's just like pull back.
There were still huge numbers of casualties.
Yeah, that's true.
There might be some resentment, within the Queen's Court to the one who actually killed everyone.
Queen's Court isn't super into. I mean, it's just lives.
And this is different from your perception of Geráck. How?
This is far worse than
It's kind of
Geráck's
the reason
perspective.
that Aranas doesn't really like that. Like, I mean, he left because there's so much politicking. Like, it's called mercurial for a reason, right? Because they don't really concern themselves with too many things that are down to earth.
Since Leon is going to be traveling with you folks, I suppose, for the moment, if that is what you would have, I will at least allow you folks to mouse over him and see what his statistics are, since he's gotten all of his recoveries back now.
Jesus, he has more HP than me.
Yeah. He's probably higher level too.
Yeah, he must be.
And AC. Look at that.
Yeah, he's probably level 10.
He should give us his magic items.
All he has as a magic item is Hex and Blade.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I have some of his previous magic items.
OP Rangers Sorcerer build.
That Ranger Sorcerer combo with Spell Fist and the armor class total? Yeah. It gives a few points of AC.
Yeah. Goger enjoyed that AC as well.
You know,
Wizard 26 AC? Fuck you!
2 points higher than Geráck. God damn.
Oh, what is AC?
And he's wearing that shirt he has.
See, this is
That's
Leon's
gloves.
level 5 token, and even then he had, AC of 24.
Yeah. He did have the highest AC of the party, if I
Yep.
remember correctly.
No.
Yeah, he's probably
Probably
level
level 10, man. You could wreck one of us in the duel.
Well, you guys did see the the breath of the void
45
when
points
it
of damage in
crashed.
my face. Or in my mind, rather.
Oh god.
Oh, shit.
And what do you think the new body of the Intellect Devourer would be?
No idea.
The
Do we
silver,
have any
perhaps?
way of, locating him? Like, figuring out who the fucking Intellect Devourer is?
I have
My idea is
Go around punch everyone.
no. My idea is that it's the fucking blue dragon that met with Aurelia in the Wildwood.
What?
Yep. That,
Why would that be it?
I'm just saying that. I think it's true.
What did
Do you have
it
any
say to
indication
you?
of it?
Well, it is the dragon formerly stationed in Horizon as the Blue's representative, who is now being hunted by the Black Fang, presumably.
The Black Fang would work with the Intellect Devourer, though.
Would they?
Yeah, that's what the Lich Prince said, at least. That he's working with the fucking dragons, and they don't really see eye to eye with the Lich Prince.
That's true.
It's
I
the
still
Lich Prince
think-
he's fucked over, right?
I still think it's him, though.
He's run from his parole, basically.
It's either him or he would know something that could help us. That's also a possibility. I don't want to trust him, though.
You want to team up with the Intellect Devourer?
No.
I want to hear what people have to say, but I won't trust them.
Nope.
Well, that's kind of my.
I say that's like how Goger works.
I want to have a reason not to trust him.
I mean, you hear what
Sometimes
everybody
think, how
has to
would
say, and then
Fulfirum
you
handle this
build
kind of
a-
situation?
I mean, just go off the assumption that everybody's lying, and then you hear what everybody has to say, and then you build a picture from what everyone has said to you.
But as had been conveyed to a smaller extent, and as I'm sure was evident, this session had been built in part to encompass Geráck and his background and story, because the book likes to encourage that when icon dice slant one particular way.
I loved it.
And so we focused on Geráck, and
Should we have the people who are not here also roll their dice? Just so.
I was going to do that, but if you want to push the buttons, you can go ahead and do that too.
There's just true. If you forgot, I don't really mind, honestly. I can do it if you.
I did it.
Okay.
And I will handle Tempus's.
6. All right. We have some all around. Everyone has
Mostly
at least
fives.
one. Mostly people have one.
Yes, and I certainly have great branches for where the complications might go already.
Nah.
Curial Court has many fancies. Maybe they have like a theater play that's like Geráck and his many like failures or something. A comedy where he fletches himself to all these different like, I will grant the Lich King my power to defeat the giant, and then he like fucking goes to the giant and like flops on his butt and something, you know.
Geráck would fucking storm the stage and kill the actors.
That is pride right there, guys.
Shit.
How typical for a paladin to be consumed by pride.
You know, Geráck is sick of all the shit that's happened to him.
Sure, I'm sick of having my brother back.
You
What
know
a
who
god
would
already.
understand what you're saying? The Dark Gods would.
You shut up.
Yes,
You be quiet.
But you folks fought and defeated Prince Zarza, along with a small entourage of his. And you folks made your harrowing escape, and had a intimate role play with Leon, an original character of the party, and then met and talked with the prince anyway.
I like to think we accomplished a lot.
I mean, yeah, we did.
You you successfully retrieved the Orb of Storms, and you successfully retrieved Leon.
I kind of want to bind with it, but then again, one, it might change me, and two, it probably doesn't want to get destroyed, so, seems like a bad idea.
The Orb of Storms hasn't said or done anything.
Yeah, just kind of hang out in the backpack.
But you know, most important of all was Geráck.
That was one of the big things.
No, that's it's about how I expected the session to go. It was one of the possibilities. I had not had in mind that the evolved Ghast would be a failure every step of the way, but you tried.
The dice were so in our favor that fight. I actually copy pasted the entire log of that fight because I want to see just how much luck we had in that. I'll take a look at that later.
I still haven't crit though. Still have not critted my blade.
Against anyone other than...
Anyone but Geráck that one time. I stabbed his face and like did 20 poison damage.
We did get 3 crits in the first 2 rounds, I think.
Yep, I crit and then died, so I think I did my job.
Yes. You know, Aurelia, having gone down, was pretty severe. Geráck was pretty close to going down, and the Ghast would have, if Tempus had not healed him, would have coup de grace and just outright killed Geráck. Fuck it, I mean, I'm doomed anyway. I'm gonna go out eating.
And the prince is not here anymore, so you can't tell me to stop.
That's right, and apparently, you know, I'm fucked because I hit the prince.
Indeed.
So
I'm not coming back.
So it was a very savvy decision to remind Gryph and persuade him, hey, put a healing potion in Goger. Because that's what would have happened otherwise, and I would have torn myself apart over it.
I can only give so many actions out.
Yes.
And most of them were just like flopping the fucking Thief's time.
The Thief's Drive ultimately succeeded, although not in the way Gryph anticipated.
At least we know, right?
At least we know that we know nothing.
At least we know we can't
Some
get
people
through.
say that's value.
I mean, otherwise we might have spent valuable time trying to find out and would have led to nowhere.
There was a whole quest for finding out.
Yeah.
Yes, of
That
course.
would have been stupid.
Of course, Aurelia then ends up mentioning that, well, he probably knows where it is now.
Sure.
Oh. He's probably not going to tell us, though. I mean, like, oh yeah, it's in, like, the fucking Lich King's fucking chamber, and it's really embarrassing when you manifest right there in front of him.
It is a consequence of rising to the highest tier of the Undying Peerage. You either have to give your phylactery to the Lich King, or let him know where it is.
Yeah.
And lying or trying to trick him pretty much results in utter catastrophe.
It
and
seems
doom.
like the last option would be the best one, and be like, I put it like somewhere far away. It's like you threw it into the Iron Sea.
He just has a phylactery room with just shelves on top of shelves with phylacteries.
Under each of them, there's like a brazier with like oil and just ready to burn them all.
Yes, I thought that was very valuable information for for Gryph to learn.
It's not worth it at all.
Uh,
There's so many other things we could have asked, like how can we redeem Leon, and then like,
Because yes, the Lich Prince would know that.
say these words.
he might not know and he might not care.
Well, you know, he might have some
but,
ideas.
But stealing the knowledge of where the phylactery is, only to learn that the Lich Prince himself didn't even know where it was, I thought that was a valid and valuable use.
Maybe Lich Prince was impressed, you know, that the ability to do such a thing.
Other possibilities would have been, I thought Tempus might try to steal his flight, and then you guys fucking fly away.
Yeah.
I mean, could have.
Fucking Tempus just says, fuck you, Crow!
Well, like steal his
but
fucking
that would
shadow
probably
cast
just
ability and
work
suck
for
his
him.
soul for the floor.
Yeah, I mean, it like works for Tempus, but then Prince Zarza can't fly after you.
Yeah, but then we'd have to like calm down all the crows and fly away. And,
They were calmed. It was going to be around. They were fully settled.
Probably not calm, but they're probably very into flying away.
Yes,
So,
yes, calmed.
and he'd be like, I
then
just
we-
want to talk to you! Screaming after
Yeah.
us from the window.
And then we probably would have to left Leon and the other corpses there.
I think beating him was the best solution.
You guys would have had a different encounter, but yeah, I interpreted that as a possibility, along with, of course, what Gryph tried to do.
Suck it, Gryph, you get nothing.
But, you guys were certainly in a better position to have a conversation than if all of your equipment had been stripped from you and you were thrown into, like, cells.
Yeah. Give me my brother. No.
Tortured.
Like, he, like, walks out, like, into the hallway with your brother and, like, gestures towards, like, you there in the cell. See, I tried to introduce you to each other, and you know what he did, Geráck? He tried to hit me with his hammer.
I didn't
No.
know.
You are not my brother, Geráck.
I doubt that.
I swear fealty the Prince Zarza. No.
That is tough, Geráck. What are you gonna
Well,
do?
then he would not be my brother anymore.
No, they say you're dead, and he's become the heir to Kraken Keep.
Ah, shit.
Damn, I didn't think about that.
He's taken over.
You know, Geráck can't really be the heir anyway because he's celibate, so...
He's married.
He's also been disowned by his father.
Yeah.
Your brother is married like the succubus now. Sure.
This is a very horrid incident, but hopefully everyone will be happy and all right. Yeah. I did enjoy Tempus's reaction to what the fuck? What the fuck do you mean? What the fuck?
You don't know? Who doesn't know where the phylactery is?
Son of a bitch!
Fucking hit with this thing after like 8 tries, and I get nothing.
I thought it would be with the Dwarf King or something like that.
But it was like you didn't get nothing though. Like you got what he had.
It's worthless stuff. It's like you have like a
Knowing where
chest
knowing
you have to
something
open.
is
You
not
fucking
worthless.
try it like for 8 days, and then you open it, and there's like a stick inside. You're like,
I don't know. Knowing that he doesn't have control of it doesn't sound useless to me.
wasn't like it's this chandelier. We could just like break it and hurt him anymore. Plan was to just
It
get that
wouldn't be
knowledge
that
and then
easy.
beat him and then find out and then smash it before he could come back. He would have been very sad then.
It's probably an omen or something.
I mean, if the Lich King has it, he probably keeps it close. That's what I would do.
He might, but I mean,
I mean, what's the deficit by keeping close? Not really any. It makes all the Lich Bridges want to protect your place, because if someone actually defeats you, then they get wrecked as well.
But
You can control them easily.
You also don't want all of them at the same place.
Why not?
Because
It just makes all of them really want to protect it.
yeah, but if something goes wrong, all of them will die.
But you're the wizard.
It's very
king.
high risk to keep.
Things don't go wrong for you. You made a mistake once. You're never going to.
Things went wrong one time,
Yeah.
and he brought himself back and became the
He's
first
probably
Lich.
thought about it quiet for a long time. How that happened.
Yeah.
He's probably not letting it happen again.
Like, oh no.
And
I
probably
know the story
not
is.
keeping all his servants, like life-bound needs, close would have been why that happened.
Yeah,
If he could just snap his fingers and kill all the humans, then, it wouldn't have happened.
I'm just thinking with military history. You should never keep all your supplies at the same place because then the enemy would just send in a strike team to take it all out at once.
But what if that strike team has to beat the Wizard King to do it?
I mean, it has happened before.
Yeah, like when everyone in the
He does not have an undefeated record. It's true.
Yeah, so it might happen that's why
I
you
mean,
don't
even then
keep
he
it so.
didn't die, right?
No, he
It's-
died, and he brought himself back.
Right, yeah.
It's better to keep your supply line dispersed than centralized.
Invented lichdom when he died. Like, if he dies again, what's he gonna invent next? Something even worse is gonna pop out?
Uh,
OP icons.
But, yes, had you gone along pursuing that angle of, like, identifying where his phylactery, like, what it was, you may very well have ended up discovering that he didn't actually have it anymore.
And we were like, God, fuck damn, we work for this Lamia and everything. The worst.
Fucking, like, hunted
Nothing.
down this
So
Naga.
much time, yeah.
But you didn't get nothing. Like, I don't understand your player defeatist attitude.
We didn't get what we wanted.
There we go. There we go. That's correct.
Manaki is just salty.
I'm not salty.
He's emulating Salt.
I
That's what he's doing.
understand why Gryph was like, God fuck damn it.
I think
Yeah,
that was
sure.
I think that was Tempus, although maybe it was Gryph too.
Gryph was just enjoying himself.
Yes, like, Gryph originally, whenever he typed to me last week, was like, "I'm gonna steal the phylactery from him." I was like, "Well, I mean, you could try."
He's not gonna have it on him. Like, that would just be stupid.
No, he wouldn't have had it on him. That would have been
that
stupid.
would defeat the point entirely.
Interesting that the crown was part of his body. Like his crown, he had it when it didn't fall off. It turned to ash, and then it grew with him.
Yes, the mantle of diamonds and sapphires, which he allowed Tempest to keep.
It's like the only thing that was like actual clothing. The rest was just like part of his body.
Or the other stuff pretty much just like was ripped apart so much from.
So it's like
I-
multiple
the
crowns laying around.
I don't like that Tempest kept the crown. We should get rid of that.
Well, he kept the mantle of
No.
sapphires and diamonds.
Mantle, like the money thing.
Still-
They just sell
still
that
we-
in the Cora.
We should get rid of that. We shouldn't keep
Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna. Why would
Oh,
we-
what the Lich Prince doesn't want it back, and now you're like, what the fuck? Why didn't he take it back? Suspicious.
Because it would be pretty pity, and it probably doesn't need money.
Well, that's not really the point. He might be able to locate its position.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah. So
He's definitely
we should-
touched that within a year.
Yeah, so we shouldn't keep it. At
He
all.
has poked like
Just throw it in
your
the sea.
body and like Aurelia's body, too.
He
Try not to
sure
think
has.
too much about who all he may have
Can
touched.
spray you, teleport to you, all these things.
as he stares at the pool of Aurelia's blood laying on his grand hall floor.
Have that too.
Did they
I mean,
actually
you know,
use
at
that?
this
I don't think
point-
it did.
At this point, there's so many people who can like easily
like,
shrine Aurelia. It
I
doesn't
know.
really matter anymore.
Locate her in the
It's like,
world
what the fuck's
map.
the point?
Talk to her in her dreams, and
Oh, no.
Shit.
blood basically gives you everything. And there's a little bit of all of us in there.
Yes, like, Geráck definitely went down too from the draining bone rod.
The hope would be that there's a mixed pool.
So how did you enjoy your encounter with the Lich Prince?
I mean, it went a lot better than I thought it would.
The combat?
He's,
Yeah.
that too, definitely. For once, we got to be the big guys. To one person, we didn't think we could be big guys too. Because honestly, it was pretty.
Well, he almost killed 2 of us.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know
Meeting
how
with
we.
him seemed like such a bad idea. Yeah, the battle with him seems like such a bad idea, but it just worked out. So
How would we have even remotely been able to survive the encounter with him if we hadn't had those mind rod potions?
We wouldn't have, probably. We
Fuck
don't
it.
know what we have rolled, but
That attack was just crazy. Here you get hit by as high of a...
save or
a-
die,
yeah,
basically.
save or die.
Yeah, save or die.
I adjusted
save or
him
die.
only minorly because of him being in his own home, and that was an adjustment to his defenses. His attacks, straight from the bestiary.
Of course they were.
Like level 12 elite monsters or whatever.
Yeah,
As a matter of fact, he is a double strength level 12 monster.
Double strength level 12. That's
Yeah,
cool.
I misread that section on the last gasp effect. I was like, all right, if you fail the first save, you only get 1 action the round after. But I missed that whole part.
Oh,
about
last
being
gasp was like,
helpless.
this is your last chance to not die.
Yeah.
What they mean? I was
You,
like, well,
you've
I'm
only
glad
you've
I drank
encountered
that
the
potion.
effects only a few times. The basilisk comes to mind, and you pretty much swatted them away.
But, oh, I was like, yeah, there's probably
He's
going to be death
mean.
effects. So I drank the damn potion of anti-death effects. And I feel vindicated about that.
Yes, vindicated by is like an item that you didn't fucking think would be useful at all.
I mean, I used it when it would be, right?
You sure did.
Yep. We should get more of those.
I don't have that many things on my sheet. I have like
I know.
2
You get a-
magic items, one of which I have never used. The amulet.
Yes, the amulet.
Because I don't really. Turns out that I don't really need conflicted dice. It just fits so perfectly to the concept.
Yes.
Also,
I have
Grimith, it turned out I have my quirks written down in my notes on my token.
Fucking coin.
They were all there,
Yes.
all along.
The items certainly piped up bits and pieces. But yeah, with the amount of battles that you folks had, that was basically meant as a way to confront you guys with all of your resources, and that was going to be a genuine challenge.
So 2 dragons that have the ability to knock you off your bird and
those
fall
two-
to your death.
Those 2 dragons were technically a single encounter battle's worth.
Yeah. But they
It was
could
just-
knock you off your bird and fall to your death. Was that taken into account? They had sort of the instant death effect upon you attacking with 2-handed weapons.
For one, there was no instant death effect. People could have used their standard actions to maneuver their crows to catch people.
Right. That's still, however, I would argue it's a pretty big game changer.
I mean, you would have a point, but I already jumped off intentionally and was relatively fine, so...
I mean,
It's-
unless you're being extremely careless, you wouldn't die that way.
It makes it more dangerous, but not instant death.
That, and unless those dragons were super powerful, there was no way they were like taking like any of you people down to like no health.
Yeah. It was a good thing they couldn't really target the crows too.
I put that in as a limitation that they could not target the crows. Otherwise, they just fucking burn the crows to a crispy old fold
Yeah,
to death. And I'm
exactly.
like, where's the interesting combat scenario in that?
Yeah, they just burn the crows, we all fall in the sea and die. Like, oh well.
Good game, everyone.
Because that was my actual fear going into that battle.
Yeah. I shut that down. Then you guys had your encounter with the Leon who had only 20 hit points
Yeah.
and was taking
He
ongoing damage.
still did a lot of shit.
He did 2 turns worth of stuff.
Yeah, and
that hurt.
a lot.
As for spellcasters, the first 2 turns are the ones that are the worst.
Yeah.
he had enough left. And,
Glass cannons.
Ursilia, so Goger gets to feel vindicated that she's actually a damn lich.
Yep. I knew it all along.
I mean, yeah, after she fed us like death potions, it seems like that would
Sure.
thing would happen.
Submit and obey.
Yeah, like seeing her lich form scream in my mind that I should serve her forever. I mean, that's kind of a giveaway. But,
Manaki and Dark.
You know.
I didn't see that.
Yes, you didn't see that. And then there was the forewarning that you had for the moment that the Orbistorms is tampered with. The Zarza will know.
Yep.
So that was a strong roll that it gave you guys, like, even if you didn't, like, prepare, like, the super death trap.
Yeah, I assumed he would arrive, but not that quickly.
yeah, I also was like, it probably isn't gonna like
I assumed they
He's
had
probably
like
going to be like
3 or
on his
4 rounds,
way, and
something
you're
like
going to have to leave, right? But
Yeah.
I was not like, bam.
Like, the
My
moment
God.
he hears teleport as a standard action, who the fuck is tampering with my...
Yeah.
And then he sees the fucking crow.
But the fuck?
my Great Hall is like being raided by crow.
Yeah, I would
found
be
shiny
taken aback
things.
a bit too.
Like, what the shit? How did my minions not kill me? Not
Epic
even
here.
one?
I wonder if he knows what we were going to do with the upper storms, if he would still let us keep it.
So, Grimith, if you can't take anything with an incremental advance, what can you actually do with them?
You don't get anything.
Item
Oh.
things, right?
Yep, the book says that if you're so fortunate that there's no incremental events that will help you, then tough luck.
Everyone, give me your items.
You can take items. Well, I only have 2. I have never ever gained an item
Give it here.
within play
Give me the tooth.
in this character.
Well, you just got the fucking Marrow Crusher.
I need the tooth as well.
The Hammer
Secondary
Thunderbolts
weapon.
is very sad.
Your mouth.
Oh, yeah, it can be sad. I'm gonna give it away anyway.
There are, don't
Maybe
worry.
to Elven Forest, I can
There are magic items out there in the sea.
hustle people.
Yep.
Yes,
I
well,
mean, the hammer fits in way better with Geráck's brooding mood. All the
yes, it does.
time. He's not really having any bombastic speeches anytime soon.
It's like, be unfair to your friends all the time. All right, I can play that.
And then of course, there's Zarza's liquid goodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, I have learned my lesson. Not
Is
drinking
it-
anything comes from the lich.
Yeah.
Is Sheep gonna be the only one
done.
who tries to?
Done.
Maybe Gryph will.
I'm only gonna drink them at like if we don't have any other option.
Yeah, you have one each.
Yep.
Like one of each. Not each of you got like an assortment of 7 potions.
We should probably like
Yeah.
deal them out to whoever.
Selling them would be worth 500 gold pieces a pop.
Oh wow. Could get a
We
lot of
just
runes
fucked
for
some
that.
people.
But what can you really do
Like
with
death,
money
drugs.
in this game, right?
Runes.
Let's see here.
Sell all of them. Get runes.
Yeah, I know Dark wrote to me like, yeah, we're not doing that, are we? I'm like, no,
Nope.
not touching that thing ever.
But
Oh, what he actually sent you a message?
Yeah,
He didn't give me any feedback. Like Dark wasn't here whenever I like linked that stuff. Like, where'd he go?
I have no idea.
Okay.
oh,
Maybe he just didn't
He
want to
basically
talk
ended
to us
with like,
anymore.
no, we're not. Like, I'm not doing it. Are you doing it? He's like, no.
Or maybe he like sent you that stuff before Zarza described what they were. That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
definitely. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. It was
Yeah.
like way back.
Yeah. You know, I figured there would be some
We've been
suspicion
through that.
surrounding them. Yeah, as a matter of fact, you have.
Never ever gonna drink a potion ever again from anything.
And-
That's not a healing potion that I bought and have on my character sheet.
Who was it? Wasn't it?
But I
Sheep
looked
who-
up in the book.
Who drank the liquid that you guys pulled from, like that crazy realm that you transitioned to through Hiram's Hall?
I drank some of that. I know.
yeah, I
drank
think
two of
so.
them, I think.
Yeah.
Like you guys had it identified by like an alchemist first,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah.
Yeah, and Dwarf like downed. Two,
Who
I
was
think.
the other one who drank it?
Is that more?
I think there was only 2. The third one was consumed in order to identify it.
Yeah.
He lost intellect and
Yes, there was like the 1d3 rolling here. But yes, there you go. Certainly, by all means, I mean, you can not use it, you can use it, you can hold on to it.
Aranas is fine with Aurelia having the lich juice.
Right. Let's see.
The lich juice.
I think we should sell the Scorched Death and the Quick Time at least.
I have no opinion.
Okay.
These are not items that you can acquire anywhere else except through Lord Zarza.
Yeah, it's just that
Sure,
the
he's gonna be
Scorched
super
Death
happy when you
take,
sell them all.
the Scorched Death takes like 2 full round actions to do.
Well, it
Basically.
takes a full round action and then your next turn standard action.
Yeah.
To do like 40-12.
Ongoing fire damage.
Ongoing.
Yeah, sure. But I just don't feel that it's worth it. because you will hit your allies as well.
If we ever meet a troll again.
Sure, but
Or
we can deal fire damage in other ways.
anyone who, of course, is cold inclined. Frost giants, white dragons.
Yeah, of course.
Cry a little bit.
But
Not like we're gonna fight any white dragons anytime.
what we were planning though is heading down into the abyss, and we're not gonna fight any like frost monsters.
Now we
there.
were going to the Queenswood.
Yeah, but later.
Later. I don't
Jack
think
is
our
already
later
looking
plans
forward to
ever
it.
really matter. We don't get to them anyway. We're probably gonna die in the Queenswood. And we try to go in there
Don't be
like
so
in some
negative.
stupid way without knowing how to approach, without Aranas might fall asleep and have forgotten how to approach with it. It's like triggering the deadly sentinel spells that just like blast us to smithereens. Like half the chapter about it is basically like, this is why you don't go in there uninvited. Like, this is all the ways you're gonna get fucked up. The other half is like, this place is pretty crazy. So
Just like elves. But no, I mean, you can, if you find the appropriate alchemist or apothecary who can afford 500 gold pieces for each of these, certainly you could sell
there's a
them.
collector. Like, I collect potions. For all types.
But yes, these are definitely not creations, though, that you can find normally in shops.
Yeah.
We can
I
find
did like
both.
the lose hit points, deal more damage thing.
Yeah. I never go down anyway.
Just use that. Deal 100 damage to myself and have you heal me afterwards. We're fine.
Yes,
Well,
and
you
get,
heal for 1/4.
You get 1/4 the normal amount from healing effects. no
Even
matter
with
the
my
source.
amount, that would be like 20.
Yes, you healed whenever he healed you for 100 hit points or something, you would have gotten 25.
Well, that fucking sucks.
Well, yeah, that's the.
I missed that part.
Pretty big thing. So
Yeah, that's
I'm more into the one
makes
that when
it far
you
less useful than I
get
thought
crit,
it
you
would.
can crit other people, and you can like roll twice and then crit people easily. That's my jam if I had to use one.
Ah.
The easy critting potion. I'll call it.
What about the free reroll potion?
Yeah, the
I
Dark
kinda
Inspire
do
one.
that. I haven't done it a lot.
The
so.
Dark Inspire one I like because it would help with skill challenges.
True.
Are you really gonna become enslaved to a Lich Prince because of a fucking...
Because a skill challenge.
Yeah,
I don't know what the failure might be, man. If we don't row this boat secretly, we could be discovered by kobolds.
well, fuck them, we'll kill them.
We'll get mad. Okay, kill kobolds.
I mean, the penalty for
Crazy.
failing a skill challenge, it's either
what it
usually
is, like,
losing
look at this
recoveries or
fucking
losing
thing.
time, or...
Pain risk. You have a 17 bonus to hit. You get a +2 to your attack rolls. Okay, you have a +19 to hit. That's a minimum roll of like 21.
22
You're basically gonna hit everything.
Yep.
You become vulnerable. All right, fine. But you get to roll 2d20s on every attack and take the higher result.
If you are critically
attack
hit,
crit.
yes, the free attack allows you to roll 2d20 and take the higher result.
And then if both those do things, then you crit, basically.
Yeah, that would be something that would be good for me.
I mean, you do get crit by the enemy as well, then, which is they generally do more damage than we do.
And if I get crit, that's not the biggest
Like
problem.
most things we've fought at this point have like at least the big guys have like a basically like if you get crit by this, you're just going down. Like 140 damage, bam, fucking.
Prince Zarza was the most dangerous, singular enemy you have encountered. He has more health, and unless you Dwohiram and Leon have had their special quirks, but in regards to sheer power, it's been the Prince.
Yeah.
As evidenced by his 100 damage thing that could daze or weaken you, which he then applies properly for an extra 100 points of damage.
After using you're all fucking helpless a turn after me doing this, unless you can make a 16 roll.
Yeah?
Fuck you, everyone.
Or spend your standard actions to try and shake people free.
You can do it twice.
Yeah. And so that's when it's like, okay, we all shoot at him with bows.
But he is designed as a level, like a 10th party level boss monster, so.
Like,
Yeah.
as I told you before, Manaki, like, by the pure building battle things, he would be a singular encounter by himself against the group of 5 individuals. But obviously it doesn't work out like that due to action economy and due to singular target things and how swingy dice are.
Yeah.
And the dice certainly did skew.
Yeah.
In the favor of the players. But that's great. It tells a wonderful story.
The gods are
The
with
gods
us. Sometimes we
intervened.
have to have faith. Yeah.
That poor Gast. Does its
I remember
crazy
another
how
campaign where
it
it said
doesn't
have
hit a
faith,
single
and then,
person.
like, the fucking thing rolled double ones against me. Yeah. Chainsaw. Chainsword.
Let's make this attack again. God damn it!
Nope.
I mean, woo.
It's not gonna do it.
Doesn't hit a single one of you. Oh, it does hit Aurelia. Woo!
I mean, come on. You can't even have that. That's not an achievement.
I know.
Oh, it's
Like,
funny
I-
because
I-
it's true.
I can barely miss Aurelia.
Oh, that's because you people are so powerful with your
Yeah,
ability
that's it.
modifiers and your magic items. It's not something the base monster statistics really account for. What if you allow your
Really?
player characters to roll their ability
Yeah,
skill modifiers?
I hit Aurelia on a 4, so that's.
Yeah, the monsters as designed aren't really equipped to handle the say what happens if the player characters have a bunch of magic shit. At least in my experience.
Like
Perhaps I'm doing
a
it wrong.
magic item.
I mean, I
mean,
would assume the game is.
We're
just
level
like
8. We're supposed to have
games.
more than one, right? I mean, that I gotta assume.
Sure, like weapons and like either like perhaps even like adventure tier armor at least, but like the book, although it encourages that, you folks don't need it, and I certainly challenge you. I think more than the book would.
It's just fun to have.
Sure.
I do assume that you are supposed to have some magic items, because otherwise it would just be redundant to have the +1 magic item thing as an incremental advance.
Roger was pretty much over his limit at one point, but that's because he was an adventure tier character with like an epic tier item. It really
Yes.
sort of blew over his
The-
thing, frankly.
There have been options to get magic items, such as when you guys had like your choice of options for what to go do, and you got mind drop potions.
Which turned out greatly.
Yes, but it still ends with the sob story of I just have this fucking tube.
Get stuff.
Well,
Single-
Geráck
I
got a
mean,
belt, so he's
Sheep
fine.
got dragons, and Geráck got like, what was the thing you asked
A
for?
belt.
More battles or something like that.
What?
So,
More battles? Well, I don't understand.
You wanted like more battles with like more
Oh, right.
interesting terrain, like obstacles and environments.
and you
Right.
got flying dragon battle.
Yep. Not exactly what I followed, but
I wanted
fine.
treasure, and I got nothing.
Well, there was treasure to be
Oh,
had.
that was treasure, yeah.
give me stuff.
Also, I just looked through the log. I copy pasted. Unfortunately, I can't take the average of the rolls because I only copied the like results versus so and so it would be too much of a bother to really find that out. But Team PC got 2 20s and 1 1, and Team Enemy got 3 1s, all of them by the Ghast.
Did we all get 2 20s? I think we got 3, right?
I counted 2. Maybe I missed one.
I didn't get one. So.
Maybe we didn't.
And while the enemies did critically hit, it was through the helpless conditions that were imposed upon you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm only seeing Jasmine with a crit and me with a crit.
These enemies didn't need luck, to be perfectly honest.
No.
They had luck on their
We
side.
definitely needed the luck.
Up bad.
Yeah. Kinda did.
Yeah, like losing all of our stuff, being imprisoned, and then having to go, so, this is what you're gonna do for me. Like,
That may have been how the story went.
And that
fuck
would have
this
sucked.
guy. Yeah.
Here, drink this to ensure you're my loyal servants from now on.
We're like, no, and he's like, well, then I'll murder your brother right in front of you.
Yeah. Come with me to the torture chamber.
Just
like
wanted to have a
you to do that
conversation, but serves me right being a fool trying to talk with you adventurers.
Oh shit.
I don't know. Just throw some free stuff at us, and we'll be occupied for a little while.
Nah.
That's basically what he did. Like, here's some free stuff from a brother and whatnot. Listen to me now while you're looking at that. Potions, a companion, a brother. There you go.
Also, I understand Tempus well enough to pull him out of cube form, so y'all go fuck yourselves.
Well,
He understands Tempus pretty well.
yeah, I didn't say
He
it.
is the prince of, like, forbidden knowledge, so...
Yes, the Viscount of Wrath, the Marquis of Secrets, and the Prince of Forbidden Lore.
Yeah, I didn't complain about him. No.
No, it's just like... I bet Tempus would love to know that much about himself.
Ah, right, sure.
And of course he turned his back to the entire party so they couldn't figure out how to get him out of the fucking queue.
I probably couldn't figure it out anyway.
While complaining about the gear goddess of fate and industry.
I mean, we just, like, what if... I mean, it wasn't really nice of us to let Tempus be handled like that while he was unconscious. But...
How do we put the vials back in his backpack now?
we don't. Is he gonna drink them without knowing what they are? I don't think so.
Wouldn't you tell him?
Yeah, but, like, then he will also be able to get them back in his backpack, right?
But then he'll know that he doesn't have them.
Yeah. Like, oh, the lich guy just, like, folded you out and made you into a table and fucking took him out there. Yeah.
And had, like, a cup of coffee on you? And...
You can do that? Yeah, oh yeah, totally. That's fine. You just
Why didn't you guys ask for me?
ask what, Tempus? I barely know you, to be perfectly honest.
How did he unfold me? Well, I mean, he's the Prince of Forbidden Lore. Marquis of Secrets.
I thought you would know. I mean, you've been doing it all this time.
Yes. I'm not 100% sure there will be a session next week. I'm 80% confident there can be one. I will let you folks know, hopefully by the weekend, whether there will be. Are there any questions or comments for me or for each other about the session?
I'm tired.
Good work, guys. Seriously. That battle was murderously deadly. We did well. I don't think we did what was the biggest chance of happening. I think losing was a larger chance of winning here, but well, we didn't, and it's good.
Yes. Kudos to us.
Yes, taking him down, I don't know, like 200 hit points before he acted certainly helped.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think our targeting like decisions, we spread out our damage a lot to begin with. We could have done better there, but I don't think we needed to, as it turns out. So that's good.
I don't think you guys did. Like, Jasmine and Aurelia were the only two who were targeting the Spectre.
Yeah, I think. I mean, it turns out the ghoul didn't really matter that much. The gas didn't matter that much.
We probably should have targeted
Traditionally,
the
I
gas
think
first.
taking them down first, yeah, and then going for the big guy. But
Yeah.
turns out he fucking just like, oh, now you all
Turns
have
out,
other things to deal with.
Yeah, turns out the gas sucked anyway, but yeah.
Usually the best thing to do is let me like hold up the big guy and all the others take out.
Fortunately, you didn't hit the big guy to check.
Exactly. I need to do that in order to like be useful.
Well, I mean,
If I do that,
you're useful in other ways. Just
no.
It just, I mean, like, it's difficult to, like, also handle that when he just decides to nuke the entire, like, party next to him.
Yeah. Nah, I'm just a wall to punch, really.
You are. That does work on some individuals, just not belligerents. I considered the scenario where fucking, like, Sheep's character, like, Aurelia just engaged him, just starts beating the shit out of him. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And then opened up that way with the 20.
Yep.
She just does it alone. That would be something.
No, I don't think any of you individually could beat him alone.
I mean, with enough natural 20s on our part and enough
with
natural
enough
1s
luck,
on his part,
sure.
Yeah, I definitely couldn't.
With
Well, it
like
would have been
runes
amusing.
and
Like,
other
if that
buffs and-
ghoul hadn't been there, he would have rolled all those ones. So
You know, if Duhirm had Malachi had buffed me up,
I didn't have any
Not
buffs.
like you did.
Yes, with
Completely
what?
empty.
no, but
Got nothing.
And
This
then
is
the
just
Witch
a
Prince
what-if
drinks his
scenario.
buffs.
this is just a what-if scenario. If you had buffed me up with all of that
Completely? I don't think.
juicy goodness, and I have used like 2 runes, stuff like that on myself.
You would be like, mental defense of 30, blam, helpless.
Yeah.
Say like, yes, like I render you helpless. What you got? Oh
I
God!
I have my helmet.